Good evening. Sorry for the delay. Uh, no explanation. Sorry. We have a very, very rough time ahead. This credit Suisse problem and other regional problems, Silicon Valley Bank problem. This is just the beginning. It has not ended. Now we are aware of the problems. What are the problems? And what we read in newspaper and on the internet, we feel we know everything. Actually, we don't know anything. What are the causes? What are the main problems? It's not that I also know, I also don't know. I'm also like you only, totally ill advised, ill equipped to deal with this mass of information and to guesstimate the future, what will happen. Though I have some inkling, some say 10% of the inkling, but I am also at sea. There are a lot of things. You made handsome profits in this bull market. I'm sure 90% of that would have gone back to the system. Without you telling me anything, I can tell you, you would not have held gains that accrued to you in this downfall. Uh, Taking you back to 2001, 2 or thereabouts, we were short Himachal Global and whatnot. So I and my friend, I made some 20, 30 crores. He also made the same amount, same transactions. One day I told him, chimpanzee, let's square off, buzz off. So he said, yeah, good idea. So we squared off and we went to Dubai. That time, first class ticket to Dubai was 16,000 or 14,000. So we went there at a gala time. But after 3, 4 days, I saw him speaking on the phone. So I asked him, chimpanzee, are you trading? So he said, no, I'm not trading. Another day, again on the phone. Then I called up the broker because that time no such confidentiality was there. So he says he's gone long. And believe me, I said, oh my God, he's fucked. So that 30 crores ended up into whatever minus. So, moral of the story is please hang on to your gains. Don't become a Tarzan from this branch to that branch. It won't help you. Changing sides, changing views will not help you in any which way. Mark my words, don't do it. अरे मैंने तो बेच दिया अब ये भाव से क्या घटेगा and you go long, it goes up by a percent or two, you are very happy, you go to the washroom, you come back, it's 5% down, you freeze, and the rigmarole starts. Never ever do random trading. going to kill you. Any trade that is not thought out is useless. This bugger is annoying. हाँ बोलो. Hello. So any trade that is not thought out and taken on the spur of the moment, except for day trading, is a total loss. It will end up in a loss. You should have the logic, you should have everything with you before you trade. अब दूसरा बात है, ये बहुत बड़ा बात है, अफसोस, regret. There is regret everywhere. You made money, अरे यार और बन जाता, regret, अफसोस. अरे जल्दी बेच दिया, अफसोस. अरे नहीं बेचा, अफसोस. नहीं लिया, अफसोस. हर चीज का अफसोस है. तो अगर आपको ट्रेडर बनना है तो दो चीज को आप निकालो मन में से, अफसोस को. सोचो मत, जो हो गया छोड़ दो. सोचो मत उसके बारे में. और दूसरा बात है, कोई भी बोलता है मैं बोला था जैसे उस दिन मैंने बोला था, समझ जाना मेरे में दम नहीं है. जो आदमी ये सहारा लेता है, मैं बोला था, ही इज अ डम कैरेक्टर. ये टीवी पे भी लोग आते हैं, कई बार बोलते हैं व्हेन आई वाज ऑन योर शो ऑन दिस एंड दिस डेट, समझ जाना ये पागल आदमी है, उसको कुछ आता नहीं है. गलती से राइट हो गया तो राइट हो गया. तो अफसोस को दूर रखना भाई साहब, इतना दूर रखना कि कोई हिसाब नहीं है. अब एक मिनट गया. Every morning there is a selling in the market. Then the locals come at the fag end of the day, and they buy as if वो फुकट का पैसा है, चोरी का पैसा है. बहुत ही चोरी का पैसा है, छापते हैं. So morning the FIs and the HNIs take a dump. Between 3 and 3:30 the locals come to clean up the mess. Day in, day out it happens. So it makes me wonder, why should FI clear the dump of everybody? क्या होगा? गिर जाएगा तो बाजार. Anyway, this is a very, very, very wrong thing that locals are doing. They don't know what they are doing. Some sense should prevail, and they should stop this practice. If they want to buy, let them buy in the morning, when there is dump. Pick up the dump at that time only. Why wait till 3:30? So that's point number. Now, Nifty, whenever I say 12,000, raises a lot of hackles of lot of people, including our Mr. Kedia. But for me, if you see subjectively, Nifty is at 12,000 and below, yeah. And I cannot understand why people are not reviewing their portfolio and assessing what is the damage, how much is the damage, what will happen. Actually, this just a moment. Yeah, sorry. Actually, this 2 3 years, well, all the retail public came in and created a mega bull. Almost everybody is out now. So just imagine who will bring in a bull market for you. Me, don't depend on me. Abhishek, no. Sarvendra, no. Srinivasan, no. So if we are not going to create a bull market, who will for you? And this 5 years, 10 years story is a big joke, biggest joke around. Because if there are no participants in the market, what will happen to the market? The bid ask ratio, no, the bid ask difference is very high. Last time also I told you. So I I really want to tell you folks, this kind of valuation, it's unheard of, unknown. See any market in the world, ऐसा वैल्यूएशन नहीं होता है भाई. वो अभिषेक ये समत को भेजो ना, वो कोर्स करे. अभिषेक सुनता ही नहीं है. ओके, सो
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
समत को ले ना.
हाँ सर.
So the problem is, अरे यार
सर ले लिया, नेटवर्क इशू लगता है उसका.
ये अभिषेक
Yes, sir.
अभिषेक इस ऐसे जी करके है.
Yes, SHG.
हाँ, ऑरेंज
I'll look
शर्ट
for
है.
him. I'll look for him. I'll look for him. Hey, Trivedi, SNS Trivedi. वही ना सर.
ऐसे जी करके है.
अच्छा ठीक है सर. I'll just look for him.
अगर आज
Yes, sir.
Evening, sir.
गुड इवनिंग.
Yes, sir. बोलिए ना.
ये सागर राज को ले ना इतना इरिटेट करता है.
I'm adding him, sir, as speaker.
हाँ बोल भाई सागर.
Sagaraj, can you hear us? Connecting the car, sir. It's not.
Is so irritating, so irritating.
फिर रहने दो, sir. We want to hear your
नहीं, but it
inputs.
takes away my what do you say?
Sir, maybe there is a possibility na that people come to listen you. Why they want to hear us?
चलिए.
Speakers add नहीं हो रहा है, sir. That's very strange.
सर ये अमर भाई वापस आ गए हैं. श्रीनिवासन जी उनको भेजिए ना रिक्वेस्ट. मे बी
भेजा. It's showing connecting. It's not.
मे बी तो उनका नेटवर्क इश्यू होगा. क्योंकि मेरे को दिखा ना तो मैं अपडेट दिया जस्ट.
Sharat sir, do you want to continue or
नहीं,
you
ये
want a break?
सागर राज को पहले निपटाने दे. इतना इरिटेट करता है.
सागर राज, मैं आपका रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट कर रहा हूँ बार प्लीज कम स्पीक. सर स्पीकर्स ऐड नहीं हो रहे सर. देयर समथिंग strange going on, and we don't have so many speakers also. We only have 1 2 3, so it should not be a problem.
No, there are 10 speakers. 10 requests. But anyway, now Nifty for me is lower than 10,000. Now concentrate on stocks. Don't concentrate on Nifty, Bank Nifty. And concentrate on stocks. There is no rush to buy. About US markets. If you remove 7 stocks, the top 7 stocks, S&P is at 2,500. That is the way the US markets are. 493 stocks are heavily, not 493, majority of them are languishing. Only 7 stocks are up, so you feel S&P is up. And the last thing, after listening to me or hearing anybody else, please don't short. Shorting is a very, very difficult trade. It's against your nature. 1% ऊपर जाएगा आपका पाटलून गीला हो जाएगा. बेचना मत, कुछ मत करो. सिर्फ ले नहीं सकते, अरे बेच नहीं सकते तो चुपचाप बैठे रहो, कुछ नहीं होगा. I think I'm irritated today. Okay, anyways, Srini, start.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. So I have a question. So I'm going to be selfish. मैं अपना सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ. सर एक ट्रेंड ये पिकअप नोटिस हो रहा है that the Adani Group stocks, they are at a certain valuation, and then whatever circumstances, FPO, ye, wo, Hindenburg, something, but in 4 weeks suddenly they are 60% down. Similarly, these banking stocks in the US, they're all rocking, everything fine. One day suddenly 8 out of 10 banking stocks are at 60%, and I don't think they'll move up. So a lot of this overvaluation, is it that it will get corrected like this? Is this like a new?
Yeah, it does correct like this. Events, if you don't bring it down, nature will bring it down. Sorry, but I had a very interesting conversation. So I put in a tweet that I'll charge you 1,75,000 for 40 minutes of my talk. I was so frustrated. A gentleman called me up and said, "How did you say Patanjali will be 20 bucks?" So I said, "Because I know it's a kachra company. How can you call it a kachra company?" I said, "This is India. I'm free to have an opinion." And mark my words, it will. So he's saying, Adani will mark our valuations. से कंपेरेटिवली तो ये सस्ता है. मैं बोला अडानी विलमारी 20 रुपए का भाव होना चाहिए तो ये भी हो जाएगा. And he went on and I said, why are you convincing me, यार? If you don't want to sell, if you want to keep it, how am I stopping you? But he wanted to convince me, so I wrote this tweet. Please यार, I don't want your shit यार. तुमको लेना है ले, बेचना है बेचो, मेरे बाप का क्या जाता है यार. सिंपल सा अपने एडवाइस देता है कि अकॉर्डिंग टू मी इट इज लाइक दिस. इफ यू डोंट अग्री सो बी इट यार. डोंट badger me. And so that tweet. Yeah, he did. Yes, yes.
नहीं सर तो आंसर तो मिल गया ये डेंजरस ट्रेंड the so anyway I'll ask Bruce bhai, you can unmute and ask questions or if you had a comment. I'm trying to add more speakers.
Yeah, thanks, EBG. And Namaskar, Sharad sir. How are you?
Fine.
So, I don't have any question, but small thing which I ponder to add that our markets as well as our country is manipulators' paradise. The things which you only read in the books, fiction books, stories, which actually happen here. There are like a fictional kind of person sending email from Himalaya to your stock exchange boss. These kind of things happen here. A person posed as a somebody from PMO, AD level, high level official, owns entire security system for 6 months. Fools everyone, right from low bureaucrats to the system to politicians, everyone. These things like you can't imagine, but they happen here because this is a manipulator's paradise. So that's why Sarad Bhai always say, I mean, always agree that our markets, our indices are highly manipulated, highly manipulated. So you should, if you want to judge the condition of economy from the market indices or the condition of socio-political situation, it's not possible at all. There is no correlation. There are people are ready to manipulate. People are ready to make you believe things which are fictional. You know, this is time of jumlas, hydrogen play. What is your hydrogen play today? EV story, the China plus one. There are so many Jumlas, and people wants to believe them, and there are people who are convincing you to believe, convincing you to give your hard-earned money. And there, these manipulators, these gurus, these convents are everywhere, everywhere. And innocent people with their hard-earned money, stupidity also. Uh, Sometimes you feel pity. Few days back in Sarad Bhai's space, there was a gentleman, security person. Bechara, he has spent all his salary and all his saving and in a stock trading, short-term trading, and he was investing by credit card, taking money on credit card, and like he was on the verge of total disaster. And you can imagine a person who's a security guard, his education level and the way they are informed by all these, Mac in the night, Mac in the rich by night, stock guidance people, stock gurus, economic gurus. You'll find their YouTube channels, their Twitter threads, and unfortunately, even our business dailies, magazines, business channels are also full of this kind of thing. So we live in a make-believe world, and nobody wants to say that king has no clothes. So this continues to go, and every day I wonder that what new manipulation story I'm going to hear today. It's a kind of unfortunate, but getting funny also. So that's it, and want to hear more from Adiji, you, and then Sarvendra ji. So you guys are highly expert and masters of this field. So we get help get enlightened from your knowledge, and Sarad Bhai, of course. Thank you. Please continue.
Thank you. I will hijack this for a moment. Ours is a very, as Bruce said, is a very stupid market. Almost 70-75% of the equity is cornered by the promoters. If a TCS floating stock were to increase from 25 to 50%, means the promoter stake would come down to 50%. TCS would quote at 800 rupees, 900 rupees. The whole game on Indian market is about promoter cornering all the float. Remove that and the script is a kachra. It's not true for HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, where free float is very high, very high. But then also, the holding by Citigroup and HDFC and all that. So, okay, forgetting that, please take this into consideration. The stocks that you trade, the free float is very less. In US, you see any company, majority, big companies, the free float is almost 70-80%, and over here, free float is 20-30% at the max. Huh. And our Nifty, why it is languishing now? Why there are no fireworks? I have a very solid conjecture that a promoter from Ahmedabad was operating since last 2 years through his Dubai connections. But now facing liquidity issues, so he's not playing anymore. And if you would see, XGX Nifty is always at a 20-30 point discount. Why? Because somebody is knocking off over there. I don't know what will happen ultimately. But this is the reason that Nifty will not perform. Thank you. आप बोलिए सीनियर जी.
हाँ सर, सर्वेंद्र जी, I mean, love to hear your views.
Good evening, everyone. नहीं, I think I'll agree. अगर आप BSE 500 का breadth देखेंगे, so there are a lot of stocks now which are breaking 12,000 also. और बहुत सारे stocks तो 10,000 के आसपास भी पहुंच रहे हैं. Around 15-20% of BSE 500 universe, around 10-15% universe is now at 10,000 Nifty. Another 25 odd percent universe is around 12,000, 14,000 Nifty. And 15,000 Nifty पे remaining 20-30%, 15,000-16,000 की Nifty पे already. So I think broadly 70-80% of the BSE 500 would be lower than the Nifty currently. अगर Nifty अभी currently 17,100 पे है, तो currently at least 70-80% of the BSE 500 stocks will be lower than that number. So it could be 15-16 or lower. So वहाँ तो already वो damage दिख ही रहा है, but वो क्या है, just because Nifty में people are not seeing that number, उनको ऐसा लगता है कि चलो it's a quasi bull market types, मतलब that the sentiment is not broken, but internally people are broken. And as we all say कि भाई सौदा मंदी शायद लोगों के दिमाग में होगी, लेकिन सौदा तो मंदी का नहीं है. एफएनओ में भी आई थिंक क्लाइंट सेगमेंट का तो लॉन्ग ही खड़ा है, तो एफआईआई शॉर्ट खड़ा है. तो लोगों के दिमाग में हो सकता है हो मंदी हो, लोग डरे हो, बट सौदे में किसी की मंदी नहीं है. दैट मच आई कैन टेल यू. सौदा मंदी का नहीं है लोगों का. And looking at what I've already said last week for Dow Jones and S&P, both are going to break the June lows. Nasdaq is also going to break the June lows, go sub 10,000. वो सब प्रॉब्लम्स तो हैं यूएस में. तो क्लियरली इवन बिफोर दिस क्राइसिस, इसके पहले ही हमने क्लियरली ये डाल दिया था कि भाई अभी ये तो डाउ आओगे तो सेटअप सब लो तोड़ने वाले हैं. बाद में सब क्राइसिस आना शुरू हुआ. सो प्राइस पैटर्न्स विल ऑलवेज लीड. News will always follow price by some lag. It could be 1 day, 2 day, depending on short-term news, and it could be 2 months, 3 months for something like a long-term news. So Ukraine war broke out in Jan Feb में. वो जो सबको मालूम चला Jan Feb में, but Dow और S&P और सब सारे के सारे इंडाइसेस का टॉप तो सितंबर में ही बन गया था of 2021. So moral of the story is कि someone would have already, the smart guys really knew 2-3 months in advance कि भैया ये तो there's a risk of this war, because वॉर को एक दिन में तो प्रिपेयर होता नहीं है ना. वॉर के प्रिपरेशन करने पड़ते हैं 4 महीने 5 महीने. सो पीपल ऑन द ग्राउंड वुड हैव नोन कि भाई ये प्रॉब्लम है. सो मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज प्राइस विल ऑलवेज लीड and news will follow. So news will always follow price by whatever lag, 1 day, 2 day, 1 month, 2 month, 1 year also. So people have to be very aware, and they have to have a very keen eye on the screen. या तो आप स्क्रीन पढ़ लो या आप चार्ट पढ़ लो, तो आपको आंख, यू हैव टू बी वेरी अलर्ट एंड निम्बल फुटेड इन दिस मार्केट, बिकॉज दिस इज अ वेरी क्वाजी, वेरी सुपरफिशियल काइंड ऑफ अ बुल मार्केट, इन द सेंस कि वो निफ्टी आपको 17-18 हजार के पास इतने दिनों से दिख रहा है, बट स्टॉक की धुलाई हो रही है. 60-70-80% स्टॉक्स मैंने बोला ना 15,000 या उसके नीचे हैं, 15-16 हजार और उसके नीचे हैं, which is not a good sign. Internally there is pain, there is blood, but just because the wounds are covered, it is not visible. तो लोगों को ब्लड बात नहीं दिख रहा है, वो भी दिखेगा लोगों को, उसका भी टाइम आएगा. Yeah, that's from my side.
Who's next? Hello.
Dharmendra Patel ji, if you can unmute. Sir, actually, I'm not able to add speakers.
Okay, I will.
A lot of messages are coming saying either upgrade the app or some are saying don't upgrade the app.
Can I interrupt for a moment? Those whose
sure.
requests are not being accepted ना, kindly get out of the Twitter and clear the cache memory. आप ट्विटर से बाहर निकलिए, एक बार कैश मेमोरी क्लियर कर लिए, अपडेट अगर पेंडिंग हो तो वो कर लीजिए, फिर वापस भेजिए, शायद उसके बाद एक्सेप्ट हो जाएगी. सर इज देयर, एंड स्टिल इफ इट डजंट हैपन देन प्लीज से कि हाँ नहीं हो रहा. मे बी ये टेक्निकल ग्लिच हर जगह होता है, तो आप एक बार कैश मेमोरी अपना क्लियर कीजिए और फिर वापस लॉग इन कीजिए स्पेस में. थैंक यू.
Thank you. Dharmendra Patel ji, you can unmute and ask. Or Shashank, if you are there.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Hi, good evening, Sharad uncle. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, my one question to you that any political power can control the market natural behavior, like whatever is happening in the USA, like after a single day, in a 1 or 2 day, they save the banks, the financial institutes because of the political power. Similarly, that happened in the India also. So, is it really possible to save the natural behavior of the market by the political power?
No, not possible.
But in case if they continue control the market over and over again, then how long they will continue this thing?
Sooner or later, they will run out of ammunition. If RBI also does that, they'll be bankrupt in a month. Tell you who's next. हाँ कोई बोलो भाई.
Han, Saurabh,
Can I
Charju.
go? SJ sir and I think and Raj Kumar sir, राज कुमार कोहली जी, आप बारी बारी अपनी बात अनम्यूट करके बोलिए प्लीज.
हेलो, क्या आप सुन सकते हैं?
Yes, your voice is coming clearly. You can go ahead.
शरद सर से ही क्वेश्चन था एक्चुअली. अभी शरद सर आपने बोला कि TCS 800 रुपीस का स्टॉक है, तो आपको लगता है कि ये 7-8 के पी पे चली जाएंगे सारे शेयर्स, क्योंकि TCS तो डेट फ्री कंपनी है वैसे, और 800 पे तो उसका 800 पे तो उसका 6-7 का पी भी हो जाएगा, तो यही क्वेश्चन था.
तो कितना पी होना चाहिए?
10-15 का तो होना चाहिए. 10-15% की ग्रोथ रेट है, तो अभी 26 है.
हाँ तो 26 ज्यादा है ना. 10-15
26 तो बहुत ज्यादा है, पर वो तो पूरे मार्केट का ही ज्यादा है. तो पर आप तो मतलब मेरे को लगा करके कि आप कुछ ज्यादा ही बेरिश हो गए मतलब कंजम्पशन स्टॉक तो महंगे हैं.
Nonsense. Shut up. I said फ्री फ्लोट बढ़ता है तो भाव घट जाता है. तू सुनता नहीं है? जो 75% होल्डिंग है वो 50% पे आता है टाटा का, तो डूबी जाएगा ना भाई. फ्री फ्लोट जैसा बढ़ेगा, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ शेयर्स बढ़ेगा. बेरिश बोलना नहीं फालतू में. समझता तो है नहीं, आधा चड्डी पहन के आ जाता है. समझना मैं क्या बोला? आप समझे मेरी बात?
बस मैं आपने वो सपोज वो अब मेरे को समझा फ्री फ्लोट की वजह से हाँ ज्यादा शेयर सेल होने को आ जाएंगे, बट मैं वैल्यूएशन वाइज देख रहा था तो
अरे पर ज्यादा शेयर आएंगे तो लेगा कौन? मेरा चाचा.
म्यूचुअल फंड के पास तो कैश रेस कर रहा है वो, मतलब पढ़ा था मैंने न्यूज में कि 5-5, 6-6, 7-7% कैश रेस कर दिया उन्होंने.
चलिए. आप है ना, आपको एक बात बोलता हूँ, आपका फ्यूचर बोलता हूँ. आपका फ्यूचर बराबर नहीं है. ऐसा मत सोचो. थोड़ा सिनिकल बनो लाइफ में. सब कुछ हरा हरा मत देखो. म्यूचुअल फंड में पैसा है तो विड्रॉल आएगा तो क्या होगा?
हाँ
तो क्या होगा?
हाँ सेलिंग अगर ऑब्वियसली हाँ फिर तो उनको सेल करना ही पड़ेगा.
फिर तो बच्चा जो भी है ना, थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ यार. हमेशा अगर आप हरा हरा देखोगे ना, आपको ही दिक्कत होगी.
ओके.
Always ask three questions. How, why, when. How, why, when. हमेशा पूछो.
सर मैं कर रहा हूँ एनालिसिस सर सारे कंपनी का, बैलेंस शीट वगैरह सब देखकर, ऐसा नहीं है। और मैंने हाई पी स्टॉक लिया नहीं कभी आज तक के, एशियन पेंट टाइप के कभी।
अरे भाई साहब, तूने क्या किया, मेरे को क्या लेना देना है, बता। What will I do after knowing कि आपने IP shares नहीं लिए? Will it give me 100 rupees also?
नो नो।
No. तो कुछ काम का बात बताओ ना दोस्त, कि सबका नॉलेज बढ़े।
कैपेक्स थीम मेरे को अच्छी लगती है बहुत, और इंफ्रा थीम अच्छी लगती है मुझे। कंजम्पशन थीम में मैं बेरिश हूँ, क्योंकि मल्टीपल, जैसे मैं 2008 के मल्टीपल देख रहा था, एशियन पेंट का बहुत कम था तभी, और पिछले 10 साल में बहुत बढ़ गया, और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर थीम पूरी बर्बाद हो गई। तो मुझे लगता है वो थीम वापस आएगी, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट की स्पेंडिंग हो रही है काफ़ी। जैसे एनसीसी जैसा शेयर है, मतलब शेयर का नाम तो नहीं, बट मुझे लगता है कि केपेक्स थीम अच्छा कर सकती है, काफ़ी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की थीम अच्छा कर सकती है, ऐसा लगता है।
ठीक है, चलिए आप ले लो और खुश रहो। Who's next?
ये राजकुमार जी, आप बोलिए।
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, very loudly.
Yes, yeah. Market is bearish at least up to June. If inflation is too high and interest rate is too high, then there is no need to buy. People who are buying are being trapped by bears. So basically, I am bearish on stock and bullish on inflation. When your GDP is 4%, so why people are buying? I don't understand. Why they are buying? So next thing is market will reach to the COVID level from where it starts. I think it's around about 11,500 to 12,000. That I believe. Market have to reach that level. So then we see either it breaks down that level or jumps from that level. So it's really wonder to see why PE ratio in India is too very high than compared to foreign stocks. So that's all. I am basically bearish on stocks and bullish on inflation. Nothing else. The people who are buying are foolish ones.
No.
I don't know why analysts are in every channel are saying buy. So what are their fundamentals? I don't understand. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
शरद सर, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, ये समर्थ भाई का डीएम है कि आप उनको कोस्ट का रिक्वेस्ट भेजिए ना, ही इज नाउ इन नेटवर्क, सो थैंक यू।
नहीं है, समर्थ नहीं है
सर, है, दिख रहा है मुझे। श्रीनिवासन भाई, आपको दिख रहा है?
ट्विटर का बहुत इशू है आज मेरे ख्याल से। मुझे भी समर्थ नहीं दिख रहा है, समर्थ मुझे दिख रहा है सर। ट्विटर का बहुत इशू है आज, आधा आवाज आ रहा है, आधा नहीं आ रहा है, आज बहुत हैंग हो रहा है।
Samarth bhai, I have sent you a speaker request at least. Hopefully you'll get that. Meanwhile, Tarun bhai is here. Diamond hands.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
सर अभी तो असली बेयर तो अब आना शुरू हुआ है, अभी तो हुआ ही क्या है, अभी तो बहुत कुछ देखना है। And on the information front, we've seen, सबको पता ही है the situation with the banks and everything internationally. I don't know India का banks का क्या है. I don't have any bank in my portfolio at all. Never kept them because I always believed that कि कुछ भी होगा तो सबसे पहले यही उड़ेंगे, मतलब उड़ेंगे एज इन पोर्टफोलियो में, not in the literal sense of bank run and all, but that way. So I stay away from banks. And overall, if people thought that 2022 was easy, 2023 will be much more difficult. लेट्स सी। आप बताएं शरद सर।
नहीं तो पब्लिक सब चली गई है, बाजार में कोई है नहीं, वो भी टेलीस्कोप से बायर ढूंढो।
वो 12,000 पे करेंगे, वो तो आ ही रहा है। पब्लिक तो आज सी खरीद के गई है 16,800 17,100, सब उम्मीदें लगा के बैठे हैं वापस, मुझे पता है ना। ठीक है सर, वो ऊपर लेके जाएंगे, हम ऊपर से नीचे लेके आएंगे। मैं तो बनाता ही सारे एरो नीचे के हूँ। मैंने अभी क्रेडिट स्विस और डॉइचे का चार्ट डाला, लोग उस पर भड़क गए। पिछले हफ्ते एसबीआई का बड़ा एरो बनाया था, उस पर कहते हैं एंटी नेशनल। अब बाहर वाला डाला है, फिरंगियों का डाला है, तो उस पर तो खुश हो जाओ, उस पे भी चढ़े आते हैं। मतलब दुखी है आत्मा, मैंने देखा है लोगों की, खुश रह नहीं सकते। तो ऐसे ही है सर। That's it from my end. Let's see. I am overall, I'm very bearish. मतलब on a lighter note, that would make you bullish, but I am bearish. That's how bearish I am. So देखते हैं, let's see how it goes.
Okay. Who's next?
नीलेश जी आप बोलिए।
क्या बोले भाई, जो सुन रहे हैं आप सबको, देखो यार, एक you have to keep one factor in mind, the forces that were providing liquidity to the markets, the entire global market, that forces are pretty much becoming redundant. यानी वो forces अभी market से लगभग निकल गए। तो आप ये बेयर बुल वाली बात नहीं है, ये reality check है। Markets were running on fuel, उधार का fuel for a very long time, almost 30 years. या आज का तो किसी ने बराबर कहा बुलिश ऑन इन्फ्लेशन बराबर है। ये आज हम जो इन्फ्लेशन देख रहे हैं अभी जो है वो सबसे लोएस्ट इन्फ्लेशन रहेगा फॉर द कमिंग 10 to 12 इयर्स। जो अक्टूबर 2022 से अभी जो इन्फ्लेशन हम देख रहे हैं, अभी हम उसको इन्फ्लेशन बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन जब आगे आने वाला जो इन्फ्लेशन देखेंगे आप, तो उसके सामने ये इन्फ्लेशन नहीं लगेगा। और उसका कारण यही है कि मार्केट से लिक्विडिटी सक आउट हो रहा है, क्योंकि लिक्विडिटी विच वाज गोइंग इनटू ग्रोथ कैपिटल था, वो अभी गेटिंग इनटू डेट कैबिन सिक्योर, क्योंकि मैंने इसके पहले भी बताया ये रीजन है। और जब तक डेमोग्राफिक शिफ्ट को, दूसरा रीजन इन्फ्लेशन का ये भी है कि भाई चाइना का जो प्रोडक्टिव वैल्यू इन द एंटायर वैल्यू चेन महंगा होते जा रहा है, उनका लेबर महंगा होते जा रहा है, क्योंकि उनकी भी डेमोग्राफिक शिफ्ट हो रही है और उसको रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं मिल रहा है। और किसी ने गलत कहा, वॉर किसी को नहीं मालूम था, वॉर के आसार बने थे लेकिन किसी को लगा नहीं था पुतिन इतना, कोई तो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंटली बोला कि भाई वॉर सबको मालूम, नहीं किसी को मालूम नहीं था वॉर यहाँ पे। ओके, इतना मालूम था कि पुतिन ने वहां पे 1.5-2 लाख की आर्मी जमा के रखी है बॉर्डर पे, लेकिन किसी को लगा नहीं था ऐसा गदागिरी करेगा। लेकिन होते हैं लोग, लीडर होते हैं। तो मेरा ये मानना है कि भाई अभी ये स्टॉक एक्सचेंज बड़ी बड़ी बुल रन ये सब, अभी आई पर्सनली आई एम नॉट बीन नेगेटिव, आई बीन वेरी रियलिस्टिक, बिकॉज व्हेन यू लुक एट द ग्लोबल इकोनॉमिक इंडिकेटर्स ऑन एवरी फ्रंट, आई एम सरप्राइज्ड। और द थिंग इज, ये सब 2025-26 में होने वाला था, कोविड और ये वॉर की वजह से हम आज देख रहे हैं। तो लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट, वी आर रिविजिटिंग द 1960 to 1978 का जो दौर है, where there will be incremental improvements in tech space। तो टेक स्पेस में आप बड़ा monumental shift नहीं देखने वाले हो, यानी because tech requires lot of money, startups require lot of money to, I mean you saw why SVB का और एक कारण वो भी है कि because और टेक स्पेस नाउ जो स्टार्टअप है, वो स्टार्टअप कल्चर लगभग मुझे तो लग रहा है ग्राइंडिंग हॉल्ट पे आएगा। और आई थिंक जो भी इन्वेस्टर्स हैं यहाँ पे मालूम नहीं किस किस्म के, मैं देख रहा हूँ ज्यादा चार्ट बात करते टेक्निकल वाले, बट आई बिलीव इन ओनली फंडामेंटल्स. आई डोंट इवन लुक एट टेक्निकल्स बिकॉज और इंडियन मार्केट्स, मेरे ख्याल से मैं शरद भाई से एक सहमत हूँ, बहुत बहुत हद तक सहमत हूँ कि इंडिया इज अ मोमेंट, आई मीन द होल स्टॉक मार्केट स्टोरी इज वेरी मोमेंटम ड्रिवन. कुछ एक फटाका फुटता है तो स्टॉक मार्केट पे असर पड़ता है, क्योंकि हम बहुत रिएक्शनरी वे से हर हर न्यूज को हैंडल करते हैं. और बाकी कुछ नहीं भाई, ये इन्फ्लेशन पे नजर रखो, ये बेस्ट पीरियड है इन्फ्लेशन का, यानी इन शॉर्ट आगे जो आने वाला इन्फ्लेशन इसको ये एकदम आपको, और इंडिया का जिसने भी 4% का 4% नहीं है, इंडिया एक्चुअली एक्चुअल ग्रोथ का आप 4% फ्रॉम द लोज देख रहे जो कोविड की वजह से, एक्चुअल जीडीपी इज आई व्हेन आई लुक एट इट्स अबाउट 2.8 or something. So as such, Indian markets are trading at a very high P, even from whatever they're trading at now. So they have to come down. They have to come down to a more realistic level, adjusting to the future possibilities in tech space, and taking into account the again taking into account the squeeze in liquidity and inflation. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, man.
आता हूँ नीलेश, आता हूँ तेरे पास में.
हाँ, मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ यार, अब जब भी आओ.
ओके. टिकट बहुत महंगा हो गया है.
शरद भाई, इससे महंगा होने वाला है, उसके पहले आ जाओ.
ओके. That's. Thank you, Nilesh. Yes, please. Who's next?
राजकुमार जी, आप बोलिए. राजकुमार कोहली जी, आप अनम्यूट करके बोल सकते हैं. अभी आपने म्यूट किया, पहले म्यूट ही था.
हेलो.
बोलिए बोलिए सर.
हेलो.
बोलिए
Can
सर,
you
सुन रहा
hear
हूँ.
me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Just look at natural gas, which is down from $8 to $2.5, and Indian government is keep on increasing mother rate. What the hell this is? Are they making fool of all Indians? Are they making fool of common man? Whereas the prices in international market keep on getting down, matlab 1/4 of that original prices, and Indian government is keep on raising gas prices. Are the Indian public so fool ki they don't understand the economics? That is the reality. The real GDP in government says it's around about 4%. I think in real it is not above 2%. So why people are so fool? Maybe कि one man can मतलब कि not so much educated man can make so many all Indians, even literate people, so much fool. So that is what it's happened only in India. That's all.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Am I wrong? Anybody can ask me ki am I wrong?
No, you are right. Absolutely right. But
I always appreciate the right. If there is something wrong, I will never appreciate it.
Good.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Pushkar साहब बोलिए.
Good evening to Sarat sir and honorable listeners and participants and speakers. Every one of you, very good evening. I'm very much thankful to you for giving me the opportunity. Will not waste time. I have very simple question to sir only because I think his wisdom is more important than my personal thought. Sir, my first question to you is these days I am not chasing Nifty or Bank Nifty or anything. We are only focused on a stock based as you recommend in every space. Do not follow Nifty Bank Nifty. It will make your life hell. So it is reality. What is happening is a very 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 risky thing. All the theories which we are learning, whether it is PCR, VIX, everything, IV, technical charts, gap up theory, gap down, everything is going in trap. So sir, my first question to you is, I am tracking a stock, also heard the name in your space, which is HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Sir, every time what I find is na ki there is a very suspicious sort of momentum happening in the stock. Today also there was some news, and the stock gapped up, and even after having such a poor market, that's the HAL stock is consistently making 52-week highs. So my first question is only on the HAL stock, sir, because I believe your wisdom is more important to understand. And my sir second question is on uh, rice stock, which is known as Dawat, which is based out in Delhi. Sir, I was just studying an article of uh, The Economist, which you also follow. I've seen in your following list. Regarding The Economist was publishing that China, the import of China rice is they are importing too much of rice from India. So the import of rice from India by China is at almost lifetime high, and the price of rice even in the retail market has also shoot up more than 40-50% YTD. Sir, so Dawat is like one of the very premium own brand.
See, I'll stop you over here. About individual stocks, we'll not be able to talk here.
Okay.
I have my number on the profile. You connect with me, we'll speak about it.
Sir, any views on these type of stock? I'm not asking any name, like whatever is happening in like this type of suspiciously momentum happening every day, gap up, gap down. So how can we trade, or how can we track this type of stock?
There is no need to trade, no.
And sir, if we want to short sell also, it is always giving us a nightmare that you never know when it will be 100 rupees gap up or
अरे
something.
एक लॉट बेच देगा क्या उखाड़ लेगा तुम्हारा यार छोड़ो ना.
Sure, sir, sure. Thank you, sir. I got your point. Thank you so much.
Sir, I'll just leave and rejoin. I'm not able to help at all. Not able to add anyone.
Yeah. अभी कोई है क्या?
सर अभी मुझे कोई नए स्पीकर नितेश जी शायद हैं. एक मिनट. हाँ सर, नितेश अवधंकर जी, आप बोलिए.
Thank you for the opportunity. Good evening to everyone. So actually, my feeling is, I understand markets are consolidating due to a lot of issues and it's in bearish mode. Magar India's fundamentals are sound. The way our RBI and government is currently handling the economy and also the inflation. Uh, but I agree, US is a different problem and अभी impact नहीं दिख रहा है, because I work for IT company and actually ground level situations are very very tough, but the management commentary after results and even in their con call, they are saying that we are cautiously optimistic, we don't see any problem. But for sure shot, the pain will be seen in upcoming quarters where they will start saying, oh no, we are seeing trouble, blah 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 blah. And definitely the IT index and the banking index, banking stocks will take the Nifty down for sure. Okay. The best thing for all of us, or if investors wants to put the money in stock market, is to put the money in staggered way. Put some money in the debt fund and just invest 10-20% staggered money in good fundamental company, not like high p company like Asian Paints or TCS, uh, or like Pidilite or such companies. Every bear market every market will have runners, good winners as well as losers. For example, if you take after 2008 recession, pharma, where suddenly Sun Pharma, all the pharma company, Lupin, everything shot up. So every bear market also will have, where you will make handsome money. And I'm tracking a lot of OMC companies because already couple of days back crude has fallen big time. So that clearly says that recession. When I say recession, demand come in. That's why the crude oil has fallen significantly, and there'll be a big boost to crude derivatives as well as OMC companies where the losses will come down significantly. So that's what I'm doing. I have decent amount of holdings in equities as well as other debt funds, but just watching the market, and wherever I feel opportunities, you know just investing small amounts of money, and maybe it'll give awesome opportunity in next few months to remove the money from debt funds and put into the markets. So thank you for the opportunity.
हाँ भाई कौन है वो? द्विवेदी साहब बंद करे क्या?
Yes, sir. As per your comfort, no issues.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good night, everyone.
Okay, sir. Good night.
Good night.